So let's jump into that first tip. Like I mentioned, we've got 4 tips for you today. And number one is optimizing your Google profile. We just got done talking about how important it is to show up on Google. And there's no better way to get started there than making sure that your Google business profile is optimized. If you don't know what a Google business profile is, right, we're going to talk about it right here. You can see this example on my screen to the right. If you search for your business with your location, you should see a card on the right-hand side of Google that showcases that snapshot of information. So if you were to search for Brassfield Salon in University Place, right, this will show up on the right-hand side. And what you'll see is a lot of information. You'll see, of course, the business name. You'll see some photos. You'll see some links to the website, the Google Maps, right? The ability to share, the phone number, the address, hours of operation. It's this snapshot of data. And the reason Google creates these is because a lot of people who are searching on Google are looking for your specific business, and they want to make it as easy as possible for those people to find information on your business. Now, if someone just searches for salon in University Place, this will not show up. However, the information from this is still being ingested by Google, and they're using that to determine what results to show. It's one of many things Google's using to determine what results to show, but it's a very important one because this is by Google, right? Google cares about Google's own products. It's completely free to set this profile up. A lot of you probably already have one. Sometimes it automatically gets created, but it's important that you claim ownership of this profile and that you update it with all of the most important information. So, I want to talk about what is that most important information, but this data that you update, it's free and it goes into Google search, right? We were just talking about it. People search salon near me, for example, or your specific salon. It also goes into Google Maps. So if people are on the Google Maps app and they're searching for, and I'm using salon as an example. I know there's a lot of different types of industries represented here in the beauty world. But that's going to show up within Google Maps as well. The how is you go to business.google.com and you need to have a Gmail address. And so if you have a Gmail address, you go into business.google.com and you claim your listing or you see your listing there, you can go in and ensure that all of your fields are up to date. And so the stuff that matters most, right? You want to make sure you have photos because what ends up happening is if you don't update your own photos on Google Business, people can also submit photos of your business. And by default, that's what people are going to see, right? And you want to have control of your own business. You want to showcase the interior of your business. You want to showcase, some of the work that you do. You want to make sure that, the photos that you want to showcase are the first thing people are going to see. And the next thing, right, is to make sure that you are incorporating your business type. So if you're a hair salon, incorporate that. If you're a massage, parlor, incorporate that. You want to make sure you're picking, and when you're editing your Google profile, you can choose the business type and try to be as specific as you can. Why? Because that content is exactly the type of search that people are making in Google. And Google sees what you register yourself as, and they're going to show those results for people who search for hair salon near me or beauty salon near me. The more specific you can be, the better. And so you can add your business types there. Making sure that if you have a website, and we're going to talk about website next, your website is linked in here, that your phone number is in there. You want to make it really easy for people to contact you. The next thing is to make sure that you are keeping this up to date, right? If your hours of operation change, update them. If your website URL is changing, change that. If you get new photos, update that. Google cares about you making your profile updated on a regular basis. They're watching for businesses that are adding new content to their Google business profile because again, it's their own product and their goal, right? Google's goal is to showcase the businesses that they think are the best match for what people are searching for. And they have to, there's millions of websites online, so they have to use an algorithm to determine that. And so if you have a Google business profile where you're updating photos all the time, it tells Google that you're credible, that you're investing in the platform, that you care about your business. And so if it's seeing that you're adding new photos, that's a good sign to Google. You don't have to do it every day, right? But maybe every couple of months you get a couple of new photos, you update that. That's already going to be way ahead of the curve. So we definitely recommend keeping this profile up to date, adding new content as it arrives, and certainly if your hours of operation are changing or your address changes, right, adding that to here as well. And you can incorporate your suite, your suite number in the address, which is also really important so people don't get lost when they're looking for you. Um, and yeah, thank you, Charlene, for sharing the resource around how to get started with Google. You are going to need a Google account, and then you can set up your business that way. The other thing I'll recommend is these reviews. Google cares a lot about Google reviews, and both the score of that review and the content within those reviews. So, something that's a little bit out of your control, right? People think is the reviews that folks leave, but you can take a bit more control back in that process. How? By requesting reviews from happy clients as often as you can. Anytime you wrap up an appointment, right? If that client seemed like they were happy and they were new, you can tell them, look, I'm a small business and Google reviews make a massive difference for me. If you don't mind, it'd be awesome if you could leave a review for me. And you can even have a QR code in your business, right? That you can take a photo and it'll open the review site directly to leave a review for you. So, these are the types of things you can do to help yourself on your Google business profile, really stay up to date and be powerful for your business.